For 6 years, 4 in a Chinese wellness house, what we might call an orphanage, and 2 in a loving foster home. Daniel Paine waited for his parents. Finally, the day came. Christopher Paine and Megan Leslie of Ottawa arrived to pick up their son.
So we get into the elevator, and there's this kid in the elevator. We're like,
not alone.
yeah, but it's like with somebody. I was like, that's weird. Or we're both like in the elevator, doo, 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 you know, and then Megan and I are like, is that him?
And it was.
And it was.
Yeah, a camera, yeah.
Daniel's new parents had been somewhat briefed by the Chinese government on the physical limitations of their son. He couldn't hear, but they had little information about how that impacted his ability to learn or what could be done to help him.
As a child is developing, they really rely on their hearing to learn language and develop spoken language, and then move on as they get into school for literacy and learning.
There's Sarah.
Hi, Daniel.
We're going to see, Sarah's going to take us in, okay?
Within weeks of coming to Ottawa,
Are you ready to play our game?
CHEO was helping, and the foundation even paid for a transformative device called a bone conduction hearing aid. It's exactly as it sounds.
The way we play our game is we put the toy on our cheek when we're listening, okay?
Daniel hears through his bones, thanks to a special device not paid for by the current healthcare system. Families like Daniel's
I hear the bird. Do you hear it?
Yeah.
must rely on the generosity of donors.
It's been absolutely breathtaking, the level of support that they provided us, and this entire community just sort of wrapped around him.
There we go. Good.
Within a week, he was seen here in audiology. Within a couple of weeks, he was hooked up with the hearing aid. It was staggering.
Staggering, to be sure.
I'm going to borrow this.
Borrow it?
I tried it, and literally with my ears completely plugged, I heard through the bones in my head, clear as day.
You're hearing now exactly the same way he hears.
Wow. Everything's clear. Daniel was born with bilateral microtia and atresia, which means a deformity of both outer ears and ear canals.
With a bone conduction hearing aid,
But the inner ear is intact, so he's not a candidate for cochlear implants or a regular hearing aid.
when you're born with a bilateral microtia, it's kind of an auditory emergency. That child has no other way to access sound without the help of this type of hearing aid. And what color is this one?
Green.
Green, good.
The medical team monitors him closely,
So what color is this?
Pink.
Pink.
and he's gained 100 new words in just a few months.
Yeah.
Eventually, Daniel will have 2 devices implanted in the bones behind his ears. In the meantime, the focus is on learning, all thanks to technology.
Without community donations to our CHEO Foundation, if these kids aren't amplified from an early age, it would definitely impact their speech and language development.
He's a cheerful little guy, which is super helpful. It goes a long way.